Hey guys, it's Shay with Shay's Urban Edibles. Today I wanted to up my Celeste fig and do some maintenance on the other trees that I have in my garden. Come along. Alright, so this is a Celeste fig I want to get up planted today or up potted. I purchased this Celeste fig online for $20. I was surprised at the size that it is. I do see that it already does have some damage, and so I do need to trim it a little bit, but I'm not going to trim it too hard because it's past that season to prune, to do a hard pruning. And so what I will do is I'm going to get this fig tree up potted into this 15-gallon pot using my soil mix, which is potting soil and topsoil as well. I'll do some amendments. And then I also wanted to give it a maybe a copper fungicide treatment, just in case it's carrying over some funguses or bacteria from where it was located before I bought it here. And then I want to take a look at some of the other trees that I have here in the garden. So let's get started. Yes. So I do find that this mix of topsoil and potting soil is a really good mix. One, the potting soil allows it to hold some of the moisture for the Texas heat, which can dry it out pretty quickly. And then also the topsoil allows it to drain some. And so I think this is a pretty good mix for the trees. Some of my other trees, depending on what their requirements are, were probably planted with, I think, the Kellogg's raised bed mix, along with some amendment, and then also a black cow. But this one, I'm going to do this a little different. I think that's perfect height for the soil in there already. I don't want to put the soil past the potting soil that it's already in. So with these Celeste figs, they're supposed to be fast growing. They're supposed to produce small figs, but it makes a lot of them. They're well known for their production. I only have one fig tree in my garden right now, and that is a brown turkey. It's doing good, but it's just not giving me enough figs to where I can make preserves. And that was the whole point that I wanted the fig trees, was to be able to make fig preserves. And so I'm adding this fig tree. And then I'm also considering possibly adding another, depending on how big they're going to get. So that's good. You add some more soil around it. Also going to do a liquid fertilizer. So I have some of that fish emulsion, the 511. I'm going to add some of that. Get some more dirt, topsoil. This one's kind of soggy from the rain. pretty soggy. Break up those clumps. Add a little more potting soil to this too. I'm sweating already. All right, let's get this mixed in. See what happens. That's a big clump. I'm going to do a little more research on the type of fig tree that I want to add, in addition to the brown turkey that I already have and this Celeste fig. I definitely want one that produces large size figs. So I'm hoping to be able to find one that's well suited for the Texas summers, and then also medium to large size fig, in addition to excellent production. I don't know if that's going to be hard to find, but that's the type of fig tree that I'm looking for now. I already have 2 pear trees here. I have a full persimmon, and then I've got 1 Barbados Cherry and 1 nectarine and 1 lemon tree. So far, I'm satisfied with just those few. I was also considering adding a couple of banana trees, not only for the fruit, but also because they are absolutely gorgeous in the landscape. So I wanted to add a couple of those. And then also either a loquat or a kumquat. I'm not sure which one yet. All right, I think that's good enough mix. And then because I'm not on 2 acres of property, I think that's going to be more than enough. I want to have so many trees that I'm not able to put them anywhere should I decide to take them out of the pot. Shake that down. I think I could probably use 1 more scoop, possibly 2. I want this in full sun, so I'm probably going to move those potatoes that I planted the other day. Try to put it over there in the full sun. Ooh, excuse me, I need to get a napkin. I'm dripping sweat. So I think that is enough soil in this pot. Once I water it down, I'll see if I need to add anything else. We want to, yeah, that's definitely dead. Go ahead and trim it a little bit. Yep, that's dead. See how easy that broke off? That's dead. Definitely gonna be needing some fertilizer. I don't want to trim it too far down. There's some greenery that's breaking easily. All right, the rest of that's got green on it, so that means it's alive. This little piece right here, yep, look at that. See how easy it's snapping? This piece right here. Yeah, so it's definitely gonna need some fertilizer, and with all this dry excuse me, dead wood on it, I'm thinking it's gonna be pretty useful to go ahead and treat it with a fungicide or some sort too. No sap is coming out, so that's a good thing. All right, I see some green there. All right. I think that's going to be it as far as trimming it. Let me move the potatoes. Put it over here. Celeste fig. I want to go ahead and fertilize it and treat it with a fungicide. And like I said, the fertilizer that I'm going to be using is the fish emulsion 511. The directions here say that you should mix it tablespoons per gallon of water. So for vegetable bedding, plants, bulbs, and annuals. Outdoor container plant said it should be 1 tablespoon per gallon. But guess what? I'm going to put an ounce in here. I'm not going to follow the rules. Alright, so this says, there's the ounces right here. First line is an ounce. That's a little over an ounce. It's okay, because I'm going to water it in as well. So it'll be dispersed properly or thinned out. clouds are already coming out. All I did was barely mix it. All right, this is 2 gallons. It's full. And this soil was completely dry except for the topsoil. And so I think this is not going to be overwatering it. It will be perfect as far as getting the soil moist. And it has soaked in just well. I mean, the soil wasn't hydrophobic to where it won't take on moisture, but it did need some. Like I said, I do also want to go ahead and treat the tree with a fungicide. And so I'm going to fill this up because I do have some other trees as well that I want to spray. In particular, a pear tree. And then also maybe my nectarine tree. I may be spraying my nectarine tree as well. So this copper fungicide is supposed to use low concentrations of copper, I guess, to control powdery mildew, black spot, downy mildew, and early blight. According to this little booklet on the back, it also controls some other diseases. Let's see what it says for the fig tree. It's got blackberry, blueberry, raspberry. Then for the nectarine tree, it says bacterial canker, monolinia, brown rot and blossom blight, leaf and fruit spot, bacterial leaf spot, bacterial blast. So like I said, my nectarine tree will definitely be getting some of this. I may go ahead and spray this on the leaves, the aerial parts of the plant. And then as far as treating the roots, go ahead and give it a neem oil drench. And that way it's taking care of both above and below ground. All right, so I cannot find the fig tree. It's got everything else on here. It even has the avocado tree on here. But I don't see for the fig tree. But in any case, let's see what the proper mix is. 2 fluid ounces of this product in a gallon of water. So this is 2 gallons of water. It's a 2-gallon max, so I'm gonna put 4 ounces in here. So I need it. So it's mixed well. Put a little air in the pump and spray. I guess I should have tested that first before I sprayed it on my plant. Alright, looks like it's fluid coming out. Spray all the leaves. Underneath too. So that one's done. What we can do is go ahead and move down to my full persimmon, because I have noticed some really weird looking things on the leaves. They've been curling. See how curled the leaves are? I mean, they're almost closed like a Venus flytrap. See that? They're crackly and brittle. And then this one looks like it's got some kind of fur or something on it. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but I am going to treat it with the fungicide. And then, like I said, I also want to go ahead and get this treated with a neem oil drench, because neem oil is too hot to use neem oil on the leaves, and so it is still safe to use it as a drench on the roots. And so that's how I'm going to apply the neem oil. Usually once you get above 80 degrees, neem oil is not safe to use on your plants. It'll burn them. And then not only will you be dealing with disease, but you won't have a plant. Make sure I spray the entire plant. Then I also want to get the underside. Let me go to this side. I was reading about this one disease that pears supposedly get, and it's supposed to be easily transferred to other plants. I do have a sickly looking pear, and so I'm not real sure if maybe that's what's going on, or if this is, but this is completely all the way on the other side of the yard. This plant is. My pear tree is back there by the chicken coop. And so like I said, I'm not sure if maybe it has transferred over here, but I'm gonna treat all of them. Just want to show y'all something. This is how serious the squash bugs are in my area this year. You see that? There's squash bug eggs on that zinnia leaf. That's ridiculous. My squash don't have a chance. Anyway, on to the other trees. One of the pear trees that I was referring to, I'm going to spray it with fungicide. I notice it's got some little black spots on it too. I've got one pear on there at least though. So I mean, it's not in too bad of a shape. It's producing fruit. This was the healthier of the two pears. The other one on the other side that I moved away from all the other trees is the one that looks really unhealthy. It doesn't have that many leaves on it. And so I'm going to do a neem oil drench on this one too. This is my mimosa. It looks healthy. Thinking all it'll need to do is add some fertilizer to it. I'll give it a treatment of the Cloud 11 fish emulsion. Then I've got my lemon tree. It looks really good. I could always add, I don't think you can over fertilize a lemon tree. It looks really healthy. It's got a couple of lemons on there. So we'll see what I get by the end of the year or the end of the season. This is the nectarine tree. I pruned it. It had 4 nectarines on it. Eventually they all fell off because I did not think to put them in a one of those little organza bags like I have that pear in. And so I ended up losing all of the nectarines and not being able to try any of them. Like I said, it does have a few spots on it, and so I wanted to put some fungicide on it. It's losing leaves and it's got a few weird looking spots on it too. I don't want to have to start from scratch, so I guess this is the best method to keep from losing my tree. Now, I've been careful not to overwater this because supposedly these trees don't like a lot of water. And so it has been raining a lot. That may have a little something to do with it. Or maybe I was actually underwatering the first originally. So we'll see. But like I said, I want to make sure I spray it down with this fungicide so whatever's going on with it stops. I think that's pretty good. Go ahead and spray the lemon tree just to be on the safe side. But it does look very healthy. It looks green, it looks healthy. It's got a couple of lemons on it. They actually look like limes now, but they're lemons. This thing has no blooms on it. Look at that volunteer ground cherry down there. At first I was getting barrage down there. Now it's a ground cherry. And this is my first year planting ground cherries. And I'm still getting a ton of volunteers. All right, on to the troubled teenager. This pear tree. This pear tree right here. Of course, one of those is one of my pear trees is a Florida home, and the other, let's see, this has the name on it. This is a pear pineapple pear tree. This one, it's not looking good, too good for the home team on this one. It looks really bad. I need to spray it down. And then I also want to definitely give this one a neem oil drench. So that's a total of 1, 2, 3 that I need to do a neem oil drench on. The nectarine tree, this pear tree, and then I also wanted to do it to the persimmon tree. Yeah, so it's growing, but it looks absolutely hard. It's going to take a hard pruning next spring. If it makes it. So that's treated. Then I also wanted to go ahead and move on to this dragon fruit. Definitely needs to be sprayed. It does end up getting thrips and different stuff like that. So in order to keep it from getting out of hand or even getting started, I wanted to spray it too. Those are done. You can also go ahead and get some preventative treatment for my Blackberry Bush. It's growing, it's really growing, but I haven't seen not one fruit from it yet. I wonder if blackberries and figs are in the same family because these leaves look really similar. This looks like a really small fig leaf. I'm gonna have to check that out, see if they're part of the same plant family. Never really paid that any attention until now. Got tons of new growth on here. I wish I had some new berries. Yeah, these leaves got a lot of yellow spots too. I'm thinking maybe all this rain that we've been getting this year, because it rained at one point for like every day the entire month. And now we're finally to the point where we're getting some sunshine and I can get out here and do some maintenance and not worry about my money washing away after I spray the tree or the bush. And so this has been past due. I've been needing to do this. I just couldn't get out here and do it because of all the rain. And then I think in the next couple of days, we're expected to get more rain. I think Friday and Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday, one of the two. Um, but hopefully this will have taken effect before then. If not, I just have to get out here and spray again. All right, that's enough for that one. So we've got all of the trees sprayed that needed to be sprayed. The only thing that's left to do now is the neem oil drench. And then I need to check on my Barbados Cherry, because I didn't check on that one. So this is my brown turkey pig right here. And it's looking pretty good. Might actually have a couple of pigs on here that are ready to, oh yeah, this one's past ready. Oh, and it's huge. Look at that beauty. And this one's ready. It's not as big. It's not as ripe either. And I got this one. This one's a little hard. I think I'm gonna leave it another day. But these are ready. I'm gonna take these in the house, wash them and put them in the freezer bag with the other ones. Oh, that ginger smells so good. All right, so that tree doesn't need much of anything except for maybe some fertilizing. This one probably needs some fertilizer as well. Maybe a soil amendment as well. I might need to add a little bit of that potting soil in there so that it stays moist. Well, it's not dry, but it's not moist either. So yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do. Probably dig some of the soil out on the top and add some potting soil in here to, what is this growing in here? So it can hold a little more moisture. Like I said, it's not completely dry, but it's not as moist as I would like it either. So I fertilize her as well. She needs it too because she's turned yellow. Now let's move on down here to the Barbados Cherry. Now I bought this at the beginning of the year. Look at that. Look at how much growth it has. Oh my goodness. Look at all that growth. I bought this tree on Etsy. I planted it on one of my videos earlier this year, probably around March. And look at the explosive growth that this thing has taken on. This tree may end up having to go in the ground. I don't know if it's going to be able to stay in a pot. Yeah, this one probably just needs a little fertilization and maybe a 30-gallon pot. Because I think this is only a 20-gallon pot, and it already seems like it's outgrown it. So yeah, look at the explosive growth on that thing. It's gorgeous. Can't wait to get fruit from it. So yeah. Alright, so like I said, the neem oil drench is prepared the same way as you would if you were going to spray the neem oil on the plant, except you pour it onto the roots. So where's my neem oil? I don't think I brought it out here. Let me grab it. All right, I usually get the Harris Neem Oil, but I went on Amazon and they had this 2 for special, and so I ended up ordering this Captain Jack's Neem Oil. It's concentrate. It seems a little thinner than what the Harris Neem Oil is. And so it says for organic gardening, 3 garden products in 1. So it controls black spot, powdery mildew, rust, spider mites, aphids, whiteflies, and other insects, for use on roses, flowers, houseplants, ornamental trees and shrubs, fruits, nuts, and vegetables. Let's see if it's prepared the same way as the Harris Neem Oil. And it says 2 tablespoons or 1 fluid ounce per gallon of water. So, like I said, this one is a 2-gallon. Yeah, it's a 2-gallon container. So I'm gonna mix 2 ounces in here. You can see how much thinner it is compared to the Harris. Look at that. The Harris is usually way thicker. But we'll see if this works. Perhaps I could have 1 of each on hand. But I do have a preference for the Harris so far, since that's what I've mostly been using. Then I got my Dawn dish liquid that I'm gonna add. Probably about a tablespoon, and then fill it up. I'm gonna go over here and treat my fuyu persimmon first. So this is a fuyu persimmon. It's already been sprayed. Oops. I'm gonna go ahead and pour the entire contents of this waterer. So the 2 full gallons of neem oil drench into this pot. See if that makes a difference on this tree. Hopefully it does. Oh, they are so dry, crispy, and curled up. It looks healthy otherwise. It's got a little bit of a shine to it. It's nice and green. They just hard and crunchy. And I don't think that is the nature of this tree, to have those leaves curled up like that. I have to look into it a little bit more. I'm no expert because this is my first year having this fuyu persimmon. And so I just know it doesn't look right to me. But hopefully that neem oil drench and the Captain Jack's fungicide helps. Alright, so that's going to take care of everything I wanted to do on this video. I appreciate you guys for joining me as usual. If you have questions or comments, please leave them down below. Also, if you enjoyed my content or found something interesting, I'd appreciate it if you could like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.